Do you absolutely hate organization with all your soul? So just the thought of you sitting down, organizing your calendar or organizing your, like, for God's sake, planner, it just gives you like a stomachache. Okay, so like in this video I'm going to share with you some of the tools and hacks that you can do right now in your business to be more organized, and I'll explain to you why being disorganized may be a really bad thing for your business. So if you don't know me, my name is Jelena Ostrovska from jelenaostrovska.com, and I help entrepreneurs automate their business so they can create unlimited influence, impact, and freedom online. So in this video, I'll share with you some of the tools and some of the, I guess, like hacks that I'm using to be able to stay organized within my business. So and I'll give you one quote right now that really will help you change your mindset. It definitely helped me shift mine, which is an unorganized entrepreneur is not an entrepreneur. An unorganized entrepreneur is not entrepreneur. Or is it disorganized? Let me know if it's disorganized. So if you're not organized, then it's just not going to be good for your business. So especially if you're going to be running a huge empire or a huge business, there's two ways. You can either get yourself organized with some of these hacks, or you can automate that. And you can still learn these hacks from me right now, and then hire somebody, hire an assistant who's going to do this for you. Because if you just hate it with all your muscles, then it's just not going to work out that well. However, there's always ways that you can, automate or organize or delegate. Like, delegate your weaknesses to somebody else. But here's something that I do all the time to make sure that all of my ducks are in a row. Okay, so first of all, I will give you a suggestion, like give a plan, like get yourself a planner. Okay, so the one that I'm using is called Passion Planner. I'm gonna drop the link for you below. You can use my coupon code Jelena10, Jelena 10. And like if there should be a link like up here as well, where you can go ahead and grab that. So, but this is something that, like, and if you're a guy and you're just like, Jelena, I'm not gonna be buying a girly kind of planner, there's a black one. Okay, and there's a smaller one. I just have the biggest one, so I usually say go big or go home. But if you're traveling, there are smaller versions that you can take with you, because this thing is pretty heavy, especially if you're a woman and it's gonna be in your purse. That thing is giant. Okay, so but get yourself a planner. Here's what I like about it. So I may do a review later on, so let me know in the comments below if you want to see a full-blown review of this. But I like how it gives you like the whole like weekly look. So I basically see my whole week at a glance. So that is the tool number one that I'm using. I'll share with you in a couple of minutes how I'm using this. So another thing that I use, and you can probably see it behind me, so I have like a giant calendar that I keep on my desk. Currently I have two as I'm recording this video because it's still December 2018 and I'm batching my content right now. More on that in future videos, but I always have a calendar on my desk where I see, what goals I have for the month, what goals I have for the week, what kind of content I'm going to be creating. You probably see like some of the sticky notes up here. So that's like, as far as physical tools, that's pretty much all I'm using. So really all you need is a planner, a pen, a couple highlighters, sticky notes, and a giant desk calendar that you can get at Walmart. So, and if you are outside of the States or Canada, then you can get it on Amazon. Okay, so there's plenty of options out there. So those are a couple of things. So you may wonder, Jelena, but I hate paper. Like, I'm a digital person. I got you covered, okay? So if you are a digital person, so one of my absolute favorite tools is Trello, Trello.com. So I'll put the link down below for you as well. So honestly, if you are struggling with having everything all over the place, then get your butt on Trello, because that's gonna be like your lifesaver. Honestly, my whole life is pretty much on Trello. When I'm traveling somewhere, some of my to-do lists, my big projects, my virtual assistants have access to some of my Trello boards. So you definitely have to look into this this tool later on, because like you can do so much with it. And if you're into projects and management, there's also a tool called Asana, asana.com. But if you are a simple person, and you're just like, I just need to get my ducks in a row, then just use Trello. It's free, and there is a paid version, with some with more features. But for the start, like just to get your stuff organized in the beginning, like free version is going to be just enough. Okay, so Trello is one of those. Then you can still use Google Calendar or like Apple Calendar or whatever. So use some sort of calendar where you can see your whole month or week at a glance. And please use some sort of scheduler. If you're somebody who's doing coaching, like myself, and you need to book in time with clients, you need to get like you're getting on Zoom calls and phone calls, maybe you're having webinars, like whatever it is that you're doing, you need to block out your time. Okay, so, and if you're giving people, let's say, your calendar, like you're giving them your calendar link and you're giving them the option to book a time with you, then you want to make sure that you have the time that you will be able to commit to that call. Okay, so again, digital calendars work just fine. In fact, you have to be using them, especially if you're traveling, like you can't really carry this thing around you. So, but here's what I do pretty much every single month and at the end of every year especially. So I sit down and map out my first, like the next 3 months, the next 6 months, sometimes the next 9 months, but usually 3 to 6 months, like in advance. That's kind of a must. And I map out my travels. I map out, if there's any events I'm going to be attending, if there's any like countries I need to visit, if there's anybody who I need to meet. Then I map out like what am I going to be promoting. So you need to put it down on paper. Or like, in your computer, like in Trello or in your Google Calendar. So put it down like what am I going to be promoting so that then you know what kind of content you need to create. So that's where the real organization starts. Then you figure out, okay, how often am I going to be creating content? And then put it down into your calendar. So like the main things that I have currently on my calendar is when I'm going to be creating blog posts and YouTube videos and Facebook lives. That's it. Everything else is going to be like, more and more sticky notes, more and more stuff like over my calendar. But those are the main things that I'm really focused on. The things that I can even pre-record right now, for example, just as this video is being pre-recorded in December, whenever it's going to be rolled out, you're going to see it later. So that's a little behind the scenes, right? So that's, the first part is the content. Then it's, like once you organize every single month, and you don't have to do everything in details, like you just need to have a rough idea of what you're going to be creating when. If you're going to be launching something in February, you need to put it down on paper and you need to start promoting like around January. Depends what it is, right? So put down your promotions on paper, put down your content on paper so you know the days when you're committed to creating content. Okay, so if it's daily, if it's weekly, like are you going to be emailing your list? Are you going to be messaging people? Like what is it that you're going to be doing? Are you going to be having maybe like weekly or bi-weekly events? Are you going to be going to networking meetings? What is that you're going to be doing? So it has to be on the calendar. And I'll tell you what, like if it's not on the calendar, it's not going to be done. So if you don't have a to-do list, if you don't have a calendar, then you're just going to be scattered. And also another thing, so when you're setting up different, let's say you have an idea and you're like, I want to launch a course or I want to launch a coaching program, I want to launch something else, then give yourself a deadline. Because some people say, I'm going to launch it sometime next year. No, like give yourself a deadline, work towards that deadline. You have to meet it, like meet that date to be able to launch whatever it is that you want to launch. If it's March 15th, put March 15th. If it's February 24th, put February 24th, right? So whatever the date is, you have to commit to doing that, because that's exactly like deadlines are going to hold yourself accountable, period. They have to be set. So otherwise you won't be able to hit your goals. So, and here's like, let's kind of work backwards. Here's something that's going to help you as well. So at the end of every year, and maybe like you're watching this and it's already the beginning of 2019, you can still do that and map out the rest of your year. Or, depending on when you're going to be seeing this video, like it may be the beginning of the year, maybe the end of the year, maybe the middle of the year. So, still do that. So how I usually do it, I map out my goals for the whole year. Then I break them down into monthly goals, and then I break them down into weekly goals, and then I have weekly activities that are going to get me to those goals. So I know exactly what I need to be focused on, I know exactly what I need to be creating, I know exactly, how many people I need to be talking to, how many people I need to be getting on the phone, how many leads I need to be generating, and then I have like, my promotion, my marketing strategies in place, and then everything is going to be like working like a well-oiled machine. Only once I have the goals set, only once I have my to-do list, set up, once I have my activities set up, once I know like how my schedule is going to look like, only then, yeah, like it's just gonna be easier. The whole flow is gonna be way easier rather than you just saying to yourself, oh, I'm gonna try to hit those goals, I'm gonna try to do that. No, it has to be down on paper. And like even better, like make sure that the goals that you set for yourself, they like make them visible. So make sure that you see them every single day in front of you so you know exactly what you're working on. Because some people say, oh, I just have my goals in my head, like I remember what I'm working on. No, it's not enough. And I've noticed that, whenever I do see my goals every single day in front of me, that's something that definitely gives me that, fuel and that motivation that I really need to keep going. So I really hope this video helped you out. Let me know your questions down below the video. So let me know if you need any help, any further help with organization, if you need some suggestions, or if you got any questions whatsoever, just drop them below and I'll be sure to reply to every single one of them. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. And for more videos and tips and tricks just like this, you can go over to my website, JelenaOstrovska.com. I'll put the link for you at the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.